Good, those cars are not. Oh. Hey, good evening, folks on YouTube. 1973 Caboose here. We're live at the Northward Berkshire Line Railroad headquarters here in Pittsfield, Mass. Don't mind that calling a scanner. We just got something going on. Okay, we're back. Hey, is anybody gonna come in before Scott's Rails tonight? Or I mean Scott Rails live video stream at 8 o'clock? Cause I'm hoping I get some guests in here. Got my newest creation right off the bench, which did today. I was gonna do 5 of the GP18s, but did 4 are now rebuilds. The fifth one I'm gonna leave all original. This is a Tyco shark nose, but the kicker about it is it's got an Athearn drive, and it had the gearboxes sounded terrible. So I got a hold of some air tool oil, and boy, I put it on the posts for the gears there. This is the stuff I would recommend using if you got a noisy Athearn locomotive, and this stuff actually killed the noise. Now I'm gonna give you here what it sounds like. It's running a little slow here, but because of other circumstances. Here, see how nice and good it sounds, and that's with this oil. Whoops, just smacked. Sorry, hit that. It was originally the royal blue, painted out in black. It's going in New York. Maybe I put it in Penn Central just for ha-has. If they never had any sharks, just I thought I just had one viewer. I guess they didn't stick around for a long. If anybody has any comments or questions, be free to come in and say something. Even a nice hello would be good right about now. That engine runs better than it ever has for being a rebuilt Tyco with an Athearn drive. Originally, I was going to do an RS2, but I modified the frame to work on that. Now we're going to get a freight train going here. We got one already. We got to get the other going because I knocked the engines off by accident. Yeah, I will admit, there's no light in this corner to save my you know what here. Ah, that little bump. Don't mind that yelling. That's my downstairs neighbor yelling at one of her kids. Nothing major. Okay, this is behind the washer and dryer, if anybody wanted to know. God dang. Boy, you think anybody would actually come in? Here's a light that had Dave Scott recommended. I actually pulled that out of a scrap pile that was loaded on my truck because it was in too decent of shape. Okay. Come on. Where is everybody? Everybody waiting for Scott Rails or freaking confounded SMT to come into my channel's not interesting because I'm only running. think I gotta reverse the trucks. That shark. Okay, who in the hell is off the tracks here? I heard a car derailed. I don't see it. Ah, wonderful. How about, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I lost the Rio Grande caboose and the Rio Grande locomotive came disconnected. Damn. I'm not doing too good on running trains here. I'm doing worse than freaking goddamn Casey Jones for crying out loud. The only difference is I haven't crashed nothing yet. I crack a joke. Nobody considers it said anything. Oh well. Well, this might not be for too long, but there might not be any more live videos coming from the club here because nobody wants to join in, and it's a waste of my time. I know some people are working and all, especially on Sundays. Usually I work on Sundays, but in the morning we got New England Central Power that will be ran soon enough. And I got to find out where the bloody Rio Grande caboose of mine went to. Heard that name before. Okay, come on. Why isn't anybody out here unless the stupid thing's buffering? Okay, come on. I got one viewer out there. I wish somebody would come in and say something. Boy, I've you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna taunt and tease some of you got people out there. As soon as I bring this train back around, I'm taking that Conrail unit off. I'm gonna put something that is very deranged for a power consist. I ain't saying what, but you'll figure it out when the time comes. Hey, we got 3 viewers. That's good. Oh, I can't run it. Damn. Wait, I ran it. Oh, hey, EQRC. Good evening to you. Yep. Doing a live video finally. Let's hoping our good friend there, Dave Scott, would come in from Scott Rails before he starts his live broadcast. I was going to attempt to run the Southern Pacific Bicentennial unit. The only kicker is it's got Katie's on both ends, and I don't have any, not too much that's compatible to run it. One of these times of the live video, I might run 3 trains instead of 2, but I got to do some work to the track to make sure nothing's going to derail. Oh, I see how this works. Okay. Sweet. Well, I hope they work out for you. I had a little bit of G gauge when I was younger, but I stuck mainly when I was really young. I had Lionel N scale and HO scale, and that's what I stuck with all of my life, except that I sold off the Lionel stuff, and whatever I still had, I gave to my youngest son. But I do have Lionel HO scale and American Flyer HO on this layout. I've done some live videos, even when Dave Scott was doing the multiple live stream broadcast with the other people in his group there, including myself. I did the Berkshire East one a couple times. The Rio Grande unit on the in front of the Conrail unit is a GP60. That is the only one in Rio Grande that I have. The others are all in Southern Pacific. I wish you the best luck on winning the bid there for those G gauge pieces. I don't do any business on eBay, but I love buying stuff once in a while from Marketplace on Facebook. To anybody out there that is a lady with kids, happy Mother's Day to all the women out there that might be watching with their kids. I got a couple of those Peabody hopper cars for hauling coal on the layout, but they're not on the table. No, I think I might do to get Mr. Scott out of the woods there. I'm gonna pull a fast one here. I do have an engine with a horn hook on one end, and an Acadia on the other end, so I could possibly run that and my the surprise locomotive I wanted to run tonight. So just bear with me here. I'm not trying to make anybody motion sickness here. And to anybody out there that is watching that did not hear my big announcement, video announcement earlier, I did rebuild a Tyco Shark Nose with an Athearn drive. It's going to be in the testing stages. Hey, where is Dave Scott? Somebody go and see if he's floating around. I got one of his favorite railroads hooked up here, and he's not anywhere to be seen. Because he's getting his makeup on for his live feed tonight. That is a GP40P. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, this is not working out. Yeah. I got one problem. I can't run either one of the damn engines. One's running opposite of the other. And I think it's Canadian National. It's giving me the trouble. Well, I meant the SP one, not the Canadian National. What the hell's wrong with me here? I hate the way things are going here. And I certainly ain't going through the aggravation of taking this engine. Oh, wait a second. This is an actual Athearn locomotive. Might be able to make this work after all. It wasn't the SP, it was the Canadian Pacific that's got the dang friggin' reverse issue. Hey, Andrew, what's up? Everything's going good. Waiting for this coming Saturday. I'll be at Chester Railroad Days at the display and some stuff again. And to anybody wants to know out there that's watching but not coming in and joining in there, I'll be doing a live meet and greet at my table at Chester Railroad Days. So if anybody hasn't met me, you could come by and say hi and, voice your opinions about my videos and my work. No, what's going on with the Catskill Mountain Railroad there, Andrew? You got to fill me in on that one. I haven't seen your post yet. That GP40P and Southern Pacific was one of their bicentennials. They did that one of them out. They did a U25B, I think, and they had an SD40T-2, which I have two of them in that bicentennial scheme. Oh, great. The one damn time I could run that engine, now it wants to derail on me. He might do his freaking. Okay. They still got the 401 in operation on that Catskill Mountain Railway. Par for the course. I like that comment. Actually, I put my Delaware and Hudson SD40 dash 2 on this. I guess these two do not like running together. I'm waiting for another B40-8 to come. Hey, would you believe that's a Broadway limited engine, though? If it would actually work, I'm in business. Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful. Freaking engine came detached. No, I haven't taken up owning Florida East Coast Central. Some of this junk belongs to one of my club members. I'm not a big fan of the FEC because of the fact that they had once I first started running trains without cabooses, and I like cabooses on my freights. Oh, so you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, putting a caboose on a passenger train's okay if you want to do something crazy. This train's barely freaking moving. Just to go from having 4 to 5 people back down to 2. Something ain't right here. I think I have one of those 460s in my fleet of steam locomotives. Not 100% sure. But you know they're still running. Yep, former UP unit, now in Delaware and Hudson, but with Union Pacific colors. Oh, no. I'm going back to running the other equipment. Certain engines, this track does not like, and I guess I got the three most hated right now. Met a crawl here, and I thought CSX did terrible. Actually, I know an engine I can run with this, and I got it sitting right in the droid. I forgot about the damn thing. Get rid of that. Those other two. Come on, we can do it. At least this is not Guilford Rail Industry. Boy, I'd be dead in the water right now. Good luck on that photo op there in the Rochester and Genesee Valley Museum out there in Rush, New York. Train just stalled, and I can't get over there. Well, hold on, it's moving. It's moving. Jumped the gun too quick here. And the only person that never comes in for my life streams is freaking SMT out of Canada, because I guess that my railroad isn't good enough for him because it's too big. Come on there, train. You can move better. Come on. There we go. Even with two engines, never had a train struggle that freaking bad. I hear you. On your guarded railway with the brass track, I'd be using nickel silver. Oh, great. Just bloody great. It died. I'll dig that other engine out. All these drawer things you see here have engines that go to my collection, and a few that are stored for somebody else. Where in the hell? There it is. There she sits. That's an old Penline E7. Damn. Bent the damn handrailing on that one unit. Should have never stacked anything on top. Let's hope I don't have to go fully in the down here in the Thornton Junction, and the train's right where I can reach it. She stopped dead in her tracks. If this starts buffering to anybody watching, it's the way the cellar is. And to anybody out there watching, I was originally not going to do any more live video streams because I get maybe 2 or 3 people in here, maybe 4 sometimes, but I don't get the big numbers like everybody else. You know, a lot of people do work and all, but my videos are boring because I only run 2 trains. It's hard to try to run it all 5, and I've tried to do that when I was doing my TV show. Come on, Jesus. I don't care about the size of anybody's train layout as long as they're able to run trains and enjoy it. That's why I'm in the hobby. I've been in the hobby since I was a kid. One time when my first N scale layout was a 4x8, then it got downsized to a 3x3 in my bedroom. Still at the HO layout, then went up with a 4x8 of a replica scale model of the town of Stockbridge, Massachusetts. Man, that engine is actually. Hey, we got 5 people. That's good. That Torco 7801 is an actual model of a real one that they had out in Ohio. There we go. As I said, I'm not a big fan of the Florida East Coast Central, but I don't care. That engine's on loan to me to work any bugs out on it. It's an Athearn. What I need is a front hand railing because none of the ones I have work with it because it's got those cheap, crappy plastic hand railings that the ready to runs have. Headlights don't even work on the engine either. Man, glad to see that freaking engine finally running under its own power but without stalling. Tried to run that Florida East Coast Central unit with the New England Centrals, did not want to work too well. The GP40Ps that the Southern Pacific had were used for commuter train service in the out in California and the San Francisco, Los Angeles area, and I think even San Diego. And there's a Charlie's Smile video, railroad video that shows the GP40Ps in operation. And I don't know if there's even a single one left on the Union Pacific roster after they took over SP, but I think they might have a couple that are left. They're on snowplow detail up on the Donor Pass. If anybody knows this and I'm correct, I'd like to get someone coming in to say my information is correct here. Closest type of engine I had to that GP40P was an SDP 40P. I would say at least a month on the oil and cleaning, but usually if my engines start acting kind of weird, like they're shortening out and stalling, I usually just take them offline and take the wheels off the trucks, clean them, take the trucks apart, gut them, clean them, re-put everything back together, fresh component, oil and grease, and a lot of my equipment just sits. They got this little brush thing you could attach to your track or power pack, and I think it's right here. And I use it to clean this thing right here. I use that to clean the wheels. It's a lot easier. I've been able to actually, people claim you can only do one wheel at a time. Well, it's actually, one wheel on both sides of the truck. But I've been able to do a very successful job of cleaning those wheels to keep everything clean and moving. And usually, always take the buffer and wheel out and some cleaning solution and really clean the wheels off if the grime is too thick. And as I said, that's my new light. That's going to be moved soon enough, anyways. The one that you see on Scott Rails is a lot bigger. This, oh, excuse me, this one isn't terribly big, but just enough, just to light up one corner at least. I would recommend anything used, especially off eBay. I would definitely clean it, grease and oil it, test it to make sure it's working because you don't want to get screwed on stuff. That's why I don't do business, as I said, on eBay. I've had some pretty good luck on stuff that I got off Marketplace a long time ago. Even if it was broken, but I've been able to restore it to running condition. Had one engine was seized up and not even able to move, and I got the thing to move. Sometime I might attach that GP40P to some passenger cars. Start putting lights in the buildings, but that came to a stop because I just didn't feel like climbing up on the table. way over by pits 1.5 pit. And to a comment that was made, I think by Dave Scott and a couple other YouTubers, is yes, a big layout can be a headache, and this layout has got its share of headaches to the point that times I usually pick a really terrible day when I don't have to do any work whatsoever outside to do any work. It has to be on a day when my son is available when he ain't at work. This engine's gonna get the same treatment that the shark nose didn't get, that the truck taken apart and grease, put that oil on those gears there, gear posts. I mean, doing up another engine in Conrail right now. It's got primer brown because I wanted to get rid of that white. Excuse me to anybody out there watching. I'm not yawning to be a smartass. It's just been a long day. Yeah, I know about the refund policy, but if I bought anything from eBay, I usually have a friend of mine takes care of me involved in that. Yes, once in a while they might get warm. I've only had one motor get hot to the point it started smoking, but then it cooled down. And that engine's barely used. That's an old 1970s all-wheel drive Bachmann GP40 in Penn Central. I don't. Just to give anybody a piece of advice: don't ever overload your locomotives with extra cars, because if you overdo it, yes, your motors are going to get hot and burn up. The other railroad company that had the GP40Ps was the Central Railroad of New Jersey. They want it going to New Jersey Transit. And one was actually cosmetically restored into New Jersey Transit and is still in operation on New Jersey Transit. But in the Central Railroad of New Jersey, paint job with the Statue of Liberty trademark on the nose there, the picture. And yes, you are correct. For if you have a very large train, which the largest that I ran on this layout was at least 100 cars. I had 6 engines, 6 axle, and very good ones, by the way, because I wasn't playing around. But you don't want to overload anything, no matter what scale. But make sure you got a decent power pack, because if you got a small cheapo and you're running, let's say 6 to 7 engines, you're gonna be dead in the water, because then the circuit breaker will trip on that power pack. Now, if you want to know what I'm using on track 4, because 5 is the outer set track, is this MRC Tech 6. It's a dual controller, sound controller 2.0, does both DCC and DC. And there's certain engines that power pack does not like, and you guys have already seen, what's happened. Oh, here we go. I got a reminder of Scott Rail's live video stream for tonight, which I'll be watching it, and it's coming on soon. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody out there that is watching. I will try to do another live video stream when the time comes. I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe. Peace out. And to the women out there that are mothers, happy Mother's Day to all of you.